Great oratory allows transparency. The truth should be told, not sold. So unlearn and relearn. Progress or death. It's raining. It's raining hard. But I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to talk about I'm always talking about culture and me being in another culture and the culture shock. I wanted to address something to people that are going into these culture shocks or find themselves in another culture. Be careful, okay? Be careful when you indulge in certain things. Be careful with your money. Be careful with your time. Be careful with your energy. Be careful with your relationships. Don't indulge in people until you get to know the culture, until you're there for a certain amount of time, because a lot of people come down here and they get robbed because they don't understand the culture. Robbed as in scammed, not robbed by gunpoint or physically robbed, but people scam you because they sense you're a foreigner, or because when you're from other cultures, people know. When you're in New York City and you see foreigners or people from other places, we know because of just how they move and how they talk, and they're not as fast as us. Same thing with Jamaicans. Jamaicans pick up things fast. As soon as they hear your language, all types of stuff go through their head. Most of it is how they can get things out of you. But for the most part, not from all of them, but from a lot of them, especially you in the poverty parts of the communities. But when you get involved in certain relationships with people out here, on a physical level, mental level, make sure that you protect yourself on both spectrums, because when you go into a land that's full of poverty and full of people that need things and lack of opportunity, people sell themselves, people sell their bodies, people do all types of things for money. So you could be putting yourself in a position where you're sleeping with a prostitute or someone that sells themselves for money, and you would never know that. That's why I say protect yourself by all means, mentally and physically, because the mental part of it is these people could pretend to be something that they're not, just to get you involved with them, and then next thing you know, you're in love or whatever the case may be, and they're just off to the next one because that's how they've been trained to be ruthless and vicious. I've learned not to involve myself in a lot of people and a lot of situations, even if they're not poor. Just people's habits. I don't get involved in, I don't like to party no more. I never really did past a certain point. Maybe when I was drinking, if I go to a party and I start drinking, I'll probably have more fun, most likely like everybody else. But for now, I just want to be sober. I've been sober for a minute. I don't want to drink. I don't want to do anything that's going to keep me off course. And I don't want to involve myself with people. Because when you involve yourself with people that do specific things, all right, say for instance, you go out with a bunch of people that are affluent. They think, oh, you don't want to drink because you don't have no money. But usually the case is sometimes people just don't want to drink, but they want to buy drinks or buy you drinks. Because everybody equates drinks with having fun, and that's not the case with me at this point in the stage in my life. But I don't want to mix around with people that are gonna change the way how I think, even if it is for a minute or two or three. I don't want to interact with the drinkers and the smoke. I don't like those people around me. That's why I find it hard for me to live in the ghetto right now, because I'm surrounded by that, and I don't want to be a product of my environment, and I won't let it succumb to me, because since I've been down here, I have regressed in my diet and in certain principles that I used to have, as far as just little, and I became a product of my environment. So with that being said, with me recognizing that, now I have to get out of that, which I have done. But now that I've gotten out of it, I have to turn it up to another level and keep away all things that will alter me off my path. And when I say alter, that'll subtly change the direction that I'm going. You could have a conversation with a person with all kinds of bad vibes, and you just alter your course just for a second until you realize, where am I going? So that's what you got to do, and that's what I'm doing. I'm diverting all my attention and all my time from those people that are not on the same path as me. You could be the best person in the world and a great person, but if you're a smoker, a drinker, a partier, a person that don't work out, a person that's not about goals, I'm not the person for you to be around. Because I don't have the energy to try to influence you, and you're fighting my energy. You understand? We both need to be pushing each other. So when you're around people, make sure they're like-minded. Of course you heard this before, but make sure they're like-minded and goal-orientated just like you. Carry on.